Have you guys ever messed with one of these mowers? It's a Sinex 144cc. Probably the best thing China has to offer. Well, I took this one in on trade, so we're going to go ahead and just see if we can get her. We're going to do the bare minimum to this one to get it running. It's not worth much, but maybe I can get it up and running and somebody can use it that just needs something very cheap, you know, under $100. So let's see what we got going on. We'll start with our normal stuff. Check the fuel. That doesn't smell like gasoline at all, but there's some in there. It's pretty clean, actually. It's weird. Plug, super light, no adjustability. 20-inch blade on the Impala. Okay. Let's give it a 3 pumps like it says there, see what she does. I did notice this too up here. This is out, so we'll have to get that in there as well. So we'll get that lined out and see if we can get her to pull over. That's kind of promising. First pull and she started up. I didn't even prime it. Definitely got carburetor's probably not that good, so I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it in, take it apart, drop it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and go from there. And I'll probably drain this gas out as well. I'll check the oil, but they said they had this thing for like 1 year, so yeah, that oil's. Yeah, they just left it in their shed, and it, you know, doing what mowers do. They leave it in the shed. So let's see, tear into this carburetor here. I'm gonna get it up on my little table, save my back and bones, and just drop it in that rebuild kit, drain this fuel out of it, put fresh fuel in it, and go from there. All right, let's see what we're working with. 10 millimeter there, that worked out good. There's no air filter in it at all. Get you in here so you can kind of see what's going on. This is it, really. You got a primer bulb with a little hose that goes there, and then the carburetor. So I'm just going to take this carburetor off. Looks like it's got one linkage right there. Take this hose off, and then pull the bowl apart, pull the needle and seat out, float, drop it in the ultrasonic cleaner, let it just do its thing for a little bit, put it back together and see if she runs a little better. These are my little, that's what I use to cut off the fuel supply. This right here, it looks like you're gonna just spin that around, pop that out. That hose down there disintegrated on itself, so we'll be replacing this little short segment of hose. See where it all busted up? Probably from the fuel. Take this hose off here. I mean, it's basically just a carburetor like all the other ones you see. We will go to the table and tear this one apart and go from there. This is a Kema. All right. So let's get set up over there. I got my little catch bucket here. Catch whatever comes out of here. Maybe it's a 10 millimeter. Yeah. Got a little plug with a little washer there that's got no jet in it. That's just strictly to hold that bowl on. Let's get the hammer out. Same setup as the last one we did. Got the O-ring right there. Float. This actually looks pretty clean, to be honest with you. It probably just has something gummed up in the jet somewhere. But yeah, this is a pretty new unit. They had it for, I think they said a year. So there's your needle and seat. And this time there's a spring in there that kind of keeps that needle where it needs to be. It keeps it on the float. See that little spring right there? I don't know if you can see that or not, but That one snuck out on me last time. She's not too bad in there. We're gonna go ahead and throw the small parts in this little, I call it a little jewelry basket, but we'll just throw the small parts in there. And run this thing through the ultrasonic cleaner real quick. Run to the store for the misses, and by the time I get back, this thing will be all clean and ready to reassemble and put back on the mower. All right, start full wave, and there you go. See you in 30 minutes. Since we're going to go ahead and replace this line, I'm going to go ahead and drain the fuel as well. All right, we're going to pull that carb out of here. Nice and warm. Hot. Basket back in there. Lid back on. I'll leave a link to this ultrasonic cleaner. It does a pretty good job. Empty out our little small parts bin. Remember, it has a little spring we didn't want to lose. It's right there, so that's good. And I got a little fresh water here, and I'm just gonna kind of rinse this off with some fresh water. All right. Yeah, pine salt. All right, we got the needle in there. Drop it right here. That carb. Take our pin. Stick our pin back in. All right, we got our float back in there. One thing I like to do every time is I like to test to make sure that needle and seat are functioning, so I'll blow into the fuel inlet. Push up on the float bowl, and that shuts off the fuel flow, so we know that's good to go. This has a gasket on the bottom here, which I'm gonna go ahead and install this right there. Secure our float bowl. 10 millimeter. All right, this sucker's ready to get reinstalled. So that's what we're gonna do. Head over back to the lawnmower and see if we can get this thing up and running. All right, we're ready to reinstall this carburetor. I just set it back down there. One thing I did as well is I got a new piece of fuel line. So we'll get that installed. Carburetor. And this fuel line is a little bit thicker walled, so those clamps that don't really work. So I'm gonna go the old-fashioned way, like I like to do, with some zip ties and tie those on place. Go ahead and install this by just sticking it in there. Stick it in there. Carb in there. Go ahead and get this fuel line on there. Cut this off. I made it a little bit too long. Sneak up on it. Help this slide on there a little bit for me. There we go. All right, this goes to our primer bulb. This is our primer bulb inlet there, and this goes to your crankcase ventilation. Might be easier to just put it up here first. All right, got those on. Here. That's on. Tighten these up. Alright. We're going to make this didn't come with any kind of filter, so I have some foam. Just going to press it on here, kind of get a shape. No little filter on there, so now I'll just spray it with a little bit of oil. Work that in there so I'll help catch any of the dirt and debris. There we go. That's all locked in place. Secure our fuel line. Top and bottom. Let's go put some fuel in this thing and see if she fires up for us. Put me a little non-ethanol fuel in here. Just a skosh. Pump her 3 times. Alright, she fires up. Give her another pull and see if she fires it again. Well, this Sinex 144cc seems to be working pretty good. We'll get her cleaned up and get her listed. And you know, I don't know. What do you think? 75 bucks? Something to have a mower? All right, guys, we got this tiny little mower up and ready to go. So I'm gonna give it a quick pull, give it a couple pumps, 1, 2, 3, see if it starts. All we had to do was rebuild the carburetor on this, took it in as a trade. So we'll just see if it fires up, and maybe it'll be a cheap alternative for someone with a very, very small lawn and very basic needs. There you have it, 1 pole and ready to go. Just fix this with just did a carburetor clean with the Beaver ultrasonic cleaner that did a great job. So I got really $0 invested in this mower. This is ready to go on to the next owner. Would y'all even mess with one of these?